Stanton Purnell, Manny Pacquiao, all these guys who went from lightweight to super middleweight. Like it's that small elite. Every single person's name is all-time great. You just did that. How does that feel?
I feel great. It was one of those missions that we was on, and we wasn't gonna let nobody or nothing take it away from us.
Champ, you've moved up multiple times. How does this time, moving up to 154, compare to the other times you've moved up, 147, 140?
I felt great. It was no different from 147, to be honest. Israel just was a strong opponent. We knew that coming in the gate.
Was Madrimov a harder puncher than Spence, you would say?
I don't know. They have their moments. Both of them is very strong, but Madrimov was strong.
Yeah. How unusual was the movement, the constant feinting Madrimov did?
It wasn't like disrupting me or anything. It was his patience. He was just patient. He was just waiting. He'll feint, and just keep feinting until he get a little closer. So he was real patient in there. He wasn't rushing in with nothing. He wasn't winging those wild winging shots like we normally seen him in the previous fights. He was very disciplined.
We're accustomed to seeing you switch between southpaw and orthodox throughout a fight. You stuck to southpaw for most of this fight, even though you kind of kept getting with that right. Why not switch to orthodox?
Well, the right hand wasn't bothering me. I wasn't really too much worried about the right hand. He landed a couple of times at the end of the round where he was trying to steal the round. But I just was trying to counter him, but at the same time, he had a good game plan. He had a lot of feints, and I was just trying to dictate when he was going to come, and a lot of times I was wrong.
Did you feel the fight was like an offensive counter fight, like where you guys both waited and he kind of took a step, or you kind of like raced to each other a little bit?
Yeah, sometimes, like I said, he was just waiting on me. Like, he was doing a lot of movement, but at the same time, he was trying to counter me like I was trying to counter him. So it was a mixture of counter to counter.
Did you see a lot of yourself in Madrimov?
No, I won't say all that because I was touching him up with the jab. I think my jab was beating him up all through the fight, but he landed a couple of right hands that was telling for the judges to go or the fans, but it wasn't nothing that I ain't never seen before.
Was there anything that surprised you about him? Mm-hmm. Was there anything that surprised you about Madrimov's movement or anything?
No, we knew he had good movement. We knew he had good hand movement. We knew he was strong. We knew he was durable. If I was to say anything that surprised me, is his patience. He was real patient in there.
But someone with 10 fights, Terence, did that surprise you at all? And how does he compare to the other top opponents that you faced?
I won't say that he surprised me with 10 fights because you gotta understand he got over 300 and something amateur fights, so he know how to fight. He know how to move around in the ring. He knows how to capitalize on people's mistakes. He's been around the game for a minute now. Just because he got 10 fights, that don't mean look at Lomachenko and all these other fighters that's getting title shots with 15 fights, 2 fights and stuff like that because they're on the fast track because of their amateur pedigree.
But what did you think about the Eddie's reaction to the scorecards? I don't know if you heard him on your way out of the ring, but he tried to make it seem like there was some sort of robbery or that the scorecards were wider than they should have been.
Man, you gotta understand that's his fighter. He's gonna say anything that he can to hype it up. He knows that guy lost and so do his team and so do he.
Terence, can you talk to us about the sense of occasion tonight? It's about it was an incredible event to be at. You really soaked up the atmosphere on your walk in. You had the biggest smile on your face. It was an incredible event to witness for us in the media, for the fans. Can you talk to us about how it made you feel?
Oh, it made me feel great to see all the stars, all the people that came out to support Terence Crawford and Madrimov. I understand that it was a lot of talented people on the undercard, but all in all, they came to see Terence Crawford.
That's right.
When you look at the stands and the people when they started filling up the seats is when Terence Crawford was getting ready to fight.
Well, was this your toughest fight, do you think? I mean, you won the fight, but I'm trying to think what was tougher. What was your tougher fight?
I wouldn't say it was my toughest fight. You know, I think Mean Machine was a tougher fight than that. I think Gamboa was a tougher fight than that. I think Benavidez was a tougher fight than that. You know, I might have got the knockout, but those was tough fights in their own right.
But for years we heard from
my bad.
Oh, sorry.
Shout out to Turkey. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I hope you had a good birthday. You know, I appreciate you for coming to America and putting on for the United States. Hope you have a great birthday.
So for years we heard from segments of the boxing public, you were on the wrong side of the street, you couldn't fight certain people because of promotional divides. Turkey delivered not just a fight for you, but an event. Can you talk to us about that?
Well, you know, it's politics. Politics was blocking me out. A lot of the media was blocking me out because I wouldn't talk to them because they was switching up the narrative or they was wanting to be loyal to a certain promotional company, you know, and it didn't make it no better that I didn't care, you know, so we here now, everything happened for a reason. The cream always rise to the top, you know, and if you look around, I'm the last man standing, and I was the one that they was talking so bad about.